No.
My
Very
mom
inappropriate
FaceTimed me just a few days ago. She's 70, I think. Hardly any gray hair.
Good for her. Does she?
think she's
Do you think
calling
she's
you.
dying it under wraps?
No, she has
I
some gray
wouldn't
hair.
do that.
She
Oh,
she has a little. Yeah, most
Should
women
be
dye
using
their
that
hair.
just for ladies gray, like just a little bit of gray. You know that just for men gel, little gray. That way you don't look like you know, when a man of a certain age has jet black hair, you're like, okay, buddy.
Mhm.
yeah. It looks just silly.
So wait, you can dye your hair at home like multiple colors?
Yeah, they make this just for men product that's it's hair dye, and it's called like just a little gray or a
Touch
little
of gray.
gray. Yeah.
How does
yeah,
it?
So
Oh, go ahead.
I don't know.
I don't know how it works exactly.
I don't know either. I just remend my beard and I look like a villain in a movie or something. Like,
Right.
You know what? You know what? It probably
I dyed
is.
my beard one. So like I have more facial hair than what it looks like because so much of it is blonde and white and like brown and not dark. But like one time I took it was honestly when I was first dreaming up the FPS Russia character, I thought he'd have a look to him that was different than my look. I thought for some reason I needed a costume. So like there were wigs and there were fake beards. And the first thing I did was I got that spirit gum stuff and I glued a fake beard to my face. And it looked like that scene from Jackass where they glue pubes all over that guy. And it just looks atrocious. And then it like made me break out really bad because I'd rubbed so much glue on my face. I was like, that's a no-go. So then I was thinking maybe that Tony Stark facial hair thing he's got going on because Iron Man was hot at the time. Maybe that like weird goatee he's got going on. And so I was dyeing my beard black. And like I looked in the mirror and I was just like, oh no. Oh no. I hope this. And I'm just like quickly trying to wash it out before anyone can see what I've done to myself. Just very like a super villain. It was absurd.
You know what Touch of Gray is? It's one of the most brilliant marketing guys of all time. Is they were like working, they're like, we tried this new dye, doesn't work at all. Leaves a bunch of gray in there. And some guy was like, hear me out.
right?
And they're like, my God, we're gonna make so much money off of our error, our blunder. Because I also, how does it is it has to just be subpar dye for it to not dye all the hair. There's no way
or maybe there's like gray dye in there, or maybe the brush is shaped in a certain way that it doesn't hit everything. I don't know how it works. I've just seen the TV commercials. I don't dye my hair or anything. I haven't dyed my hair since like it was cool to have blonde highlights back in like fucking middle school.
Back when NSYNC and Backstreet Boys were in. Oh, I remember. I had some highlights in my hair at the time when NSYNC was the shit.
Yeah, man.
When I got taken to Best Buy and I got to buy the No Strings Attached album to put in my Walkman and bring to school. Yes, exactly. And I was just like, I remember listening to that and being like, dude, I'm so fucking dope. And then also being like, oh wait, no, every kid in class has the No Strings Attached NSYNC album in their Walkman, in their Discman.
Yep, exactly.
And then remember if you walked too aggressively with a Discman, it was like, well, I guess it's broken forever. Because then you would try and listen to that song again, and it would scratch. Slowly, you just have like 3 songs left on your Backstreet Boys album set.
Yeah, I remember that very well. I remember having a fucking cassette player Walkman, like when I was in elementary school. Like I remember fucking rocking the cassettes on field trips.
I didn't have any electronics at that age. Oh, I guess Game Boy. That was all I had throughout grade school. I didn't have anything else.
I had a few things, a couple video game things. I had a Walkman, a cassette player, and
I guess I had a Super Nintendo, an N64. I had a PlayStation 1. I think I don't think I even had a. No, I did. I had a PlayStation 1 that I never used. And PlayStation 2 I got a lot more use out of.
Yeah, I didn't have the cool consoles really, like the ubiquitous ones. I never had N64. I went from like Nintendo NES to like Sega Genesis to Sega Saturn to PlayStation 2 was kind of like my video game Genesis that I went through. Yeah, I never had a PlayStation 1, which was like the one to have, or an Xbox One, which would have also been great to have. My cousin had the Xbox One. I'd go over to his house and play.
I remember on the early PlayStations, I liked Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. There was this game
Tomb Raider?
I didn't have Tomb Raider. I had a game called Load Runner, like LODE Runner, and it was this like crappy game. Yeah, Load Runner.
That's my position in our new corporation, Lock and Load. I am the Load Runner. That's my official title.
Yeah, from the source to the lab as fast as possible. You're a runner. But yeah, Load Runner. It was like this like platformer game where all you had was a guy that could like use his gun to shoot out the ground, and then the bad guys would have to fall in, and then slowly the ground would regrow and destroy the bad guys. And
Load
you had to
Runner.
escape. Yeah, Load Runner. I played a ton of Load Runner. I loved that game. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I played that in
for sure.
arcade.
I played that on an Apple IIe with a green monitor. It was
shit.
Yeah, it was old school.
Initial release date 1983. So yeah, I guess this is pretty fucking. It's a 2D puzzle platform board game. I'm gonna download this. I remember it's probably gonna suck, but I remember having so much fun playing Load Runner.
Yeah, I kind of want to try it again too.
Yeah,
like you said, you'd shoot the ground, and there was a little time period, so you had to anticipate that they're about to step into it, and then you could walk on their heads. And I think they climbed out afterwards. How'd you kill them?
The way you killed them was that you would open up that pit. They couldn't get out, I don't think, and then you just had to, or no, they could get out, but you had to time it so that they would fall in as the pit was closing, and then if the pit closed while they were in there, they all died.
Right. Yeah. If they walked in when the pit was fresh, they'd have time to climb out.
Yeah. And you didn't have any weapons. The only thing you could do is, destroy the earth, destroy the ground.
And there were a bunch of maps. If